Last night it wasn't a soap opera. It was an open practice over at the 40, over at DKR. 2-hour workout, very vanilla, as we said. Turnovers continue to be an issue for the quarterbacks, Buck. They both continue. I think Hudson Card had 2 or 3 interceptions, as did Quinn Ewers. Was it the vanilla playbook? As Steve Sarkisian said, we're not going to show much. The defense knew that and could be aggressive with what was coming. But either way, those continue to persist. But there were some observations to be made. And I'll get Zay. Did you make it out to the scrimmage or no?
Nope, didn't make it.
No, the practice. It wasn't a scrimmage. Practice. I think the most obvious thing was that Roschon Johnson was there. One of the injured players from Saturday, not wearing a boot, not really showing much of a limp, and just wearing tennis shoes.
He's got a sprained ankle.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's good, right? I mean, if
it's great.
The early thought about a high ankle sprain and
just got a regular old sprained ankle.
Sprained ankle. That's what it looked like, and he was kind of hopping around. Not looking like he was too ginger on that ankle, so that's a good thing. The quicker you can get him back into that backfield, the better.
He knows the playbook. He doesn't need a lot of work.
Yeah, that's the. Cole Hudson, the freshman right guard, also was out, but we know Junior Angelau and Isaiah Nayor both wearing knee braces, and they're done for the year. But you had Kelvin Banks. You had 2 freshmen starting on the starting 5 offensive line, which is not a surprise. But Kelvin Banks was playing ahead of Andre Carrick at left tackle, and you had Devon Campbell, DJ Campbell, playing the right guard position, with Jake Majors at center, Hayden Connor at left guard, and Christian Jones, man, in the right tackle position. So 2 freshmen, and who knows when Cole Hudson comes back.
That's right.
How that depth chart will round out. But you're seeing the youth movement step in and step up for the Longhorns on that offensive line, and they're going to need any and all hands. And by all accounts, Kelvin Banks still just looks the part. He looks like he's not.
Oh, he's a stud.
He is a studly looking player, as is Devon Campbell. I don't think. The Alabama game notwithstanding, which is week 2, I don't think those guys are going to be overwhelmed by, college football players. Now, Alabama.
But they're not going to be overwhelmed by the ones from Louisiana, that's for sure.
Yes, and that's a good walk-in.
It is. Absolutely.
Then here comes Roll Tide. That'll
and then
be a little bit of a different monster.
Yeah, then when they do warm up, that'll be a little different, yes.
Yes, how that works, and that's what Steve Sarkisian and his coaching staff saying.
But you got to keep practicing hard. They got to keep going.
They do. So if you were at the practice last night, I know there was a pretty good number of folks out there getting that free poster and taking it in, finding it a shady spot. We'll take your observations or what you could glean from it. We do know Bijan Robinson's really good player.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, that deal on Saturday, he had over 100 play scrimmage. That was that's a lot in the heat, brother.
A lot. Well, they're trying to get ready for that heat because they'll be playing in it. The 7 o'clock practice last night is right on point with when the Louisiana Monroe game will be. As will the third game against UTSA. So 2 of the first 3 are 7 o'clock tilts. We know that Alabama game is 11 a.m.